How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are checking out the LR Super Full Power Saiyan for Goku. One of my favorite releases from last year, and we got something special. We have been meaning to do this video for a little bit now, but with all the content surrounding Saiyan Day, we didn't really have time to get to it. But as we close out this celebration, now we've kind of got the time to take a look back at this guy, now at Rainbow Status Max Links. Last time we took a look at this guy, we were doing a Shaft showcase where we were pulling him at 55%, but as a friend, because we did not pull this guy initially until like way later on a random single, right? So now we have him fully decked out, maxed out. We managed to pull 3 copies during Saiyan Day and grab the last copy with coins. So really happy that we did that, because now we get to bring to you this showcase and show that he's not as bad as, you know, we were once looking. So he's got key 3 on his passive, attack defense 150%. He has an additional 1 key per key to obtain. He has an additional attack 70% when performing a super attack, and a high chance of performing a critical hit if it's his 18 key super attack. He gets an additional attack 70% within the same turn, and an additional defense 70% for 3 turns after receiving or evading an attack. He reduces damage received by 20% and an additional 70% and damage reduction of 20% as the first attacker in turn. So really want to put him in first slot so that way he can tank. The problem is that when he does tank, he sometimes does, in these hardest fights, that first hit's a bit squishy for him.
Ready when you are, Vegeta.
Alrighty, so I have to move things around a bit here. So let's see, let's grab that. I think I messed myself up here with that grab. Oh no, here we go. Alright, that'll work. So it won't be effective against all types, but at least we'll get the extra super. And that's assuming the GT duo here doesn't just straight up kill him. But this is about par for the course, right? Showcase unit on slot 2, never on slot 1. That's too lucky for that to happen. Oh, what is it with all these normals the GT duo is doing? Alright, here we go. So hopefully we can get some extra supers out of these guys. Alright, we get another super. Yeah, there we go. 3 supers. Especially nice because we will be floating them off, right? So that'll make up for that missed turn. Sort of. Alright, so we got him here. We got a turn supported by the Trunks. We're gonna put ours in slot 1 here. I don't want to do this. Is there any way? No, we need to get the build. Alright, we're just gonna have to do it. Alright, so here's ours here. We've got 2 links active and about 282 defense. Grab that. So now with the support buff, 290. So, I mean, it's pretty good for start of turn. For pretty much everything but Fusions and Moss, you're going to tank that pretty good for the very first hit you're going to take. Obviously, after that, we're going to have some issues. But for the purpose of this showcase, obviously, it's going to be really good. There we go. So we're coming out with 11 mil, and that's with 2 links active and support from the Trunks and Zero. And we get the crit. Nice. Alright, and the super is on him, so watch it. We're going to tank it, type disadvantage. But obviously he's not doing that much damage to begin with. Again, this is, you know, typical showcase fashion. We're just trying to look at the numbers and see where we're at. Alright, so we can see the difference between being in the first slot and not getting hit first on this guy. The guy wants to be in slot 1. Alright, let's grab that. We'll float the GT Duo next turn. Because at least this way, now when we float them, we know they'll have their standby ready. Excellent. Alright, so we're actually going to put him in slot 2. Not the best place for him, but as long as we don't kill here, which is what we want to make sure we don't do, he's going to get the extra hits he needs to move into his standby next turn. But look at how much different our defense is, right? With the support linked with a significantly better link partner, right? We're 700k and our attack is through the roof. And the only hope is that we don't actually kill him. But we don't have that extra buff for being in slot 1, so maybe. Or I should say her, rather. Alright, so unless we get the double super, like 11 million, pretty good. Alright, no crit. No, alright, perfect. Exactly what I needed to happen. She's gonna Super Trunks and Guru again. These guys are dangerous support to be bringing, but there's really nobody else on GT Heroes. There we go, we get the extra super. We get a full field of orbs. You're telling me we can't activate this passive here? Oh, come on, dodge for me. Dodge. There we go. Perfect. And now we can float these guys off. Grab that. Grab that. Nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and enter standby mode this turn and try to pick up what we need. Good thing he sealed him because we're not going to do anything with him. But when we take a look here, if we were to go into standby, right, it's past that 3 turns, so we would have to get hit again to bring his defense up. But it doesn't matter because we're going to enter standby.
Everyone, lend me all of your Super Saiyan power! I'll never lose if I'm a Super Saiyan 4 at full power! Hurry up and give your key over to Goku!
Alrighty. Okay, so now we can see there's a significant jump back in our defense. And we have a whole new passive now that we are in the oob state. So we are unable to attack because this is a true standby rather than a finished skill. We've got 300% defense, reducing damage received by 10% per type key sphere obtained. We're going to guard all attacks with 3 or more key spheres obtained for 1 turn from the entry turn. So we want to make sure that we get the key spheres before that 1 turn is up. We also give the allies key 3 and defense 70 for 2 turns from his entry turn, and we randomly change key spheres to end. So we're gonna grab these right here. Perfect. We're gonna grab this, and then we're gonna grab that. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna tank everything right here. And then if we're really lucky, our LR Super Saiyan 4s here are going to do a good chunk of damage. There we go. There's 2 supers. Very nice. Alright, so they're going to be cooking real nice once we get them transformed next to this guy. We're losing a bit of their buffs because obviously they don't link well with Majub. That's the thing about the Majub there. Alright, there goes the super on these guys. Love it. And any damage we would have taken is now healed up by B-Pan. Alright, so here's where things are going to get a bit tricky. Alright, so you can see, look at our defense. Like, we kept going, and look at what that defense is now at. Oh my goodness, is there no easy way to do this? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we're going to grab that. So we've got the full amount of ki here. Alright, so we're actually looking really, really nice. So if we had kept going with the ki, we can see what we would be at here. There we go. And now we got that extra attack buff. 15 mil. Love it. Would have been nice to get an extra super there. Okay, can we crit here? Nope. Okay, really gonna need these guys to dodge. Or kill. If we get a crit, we might. Oh, just barely. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Ooh, wow. What a waste. Okay. So, alright, let's go ahead. We're going to have to take them out of standby because when they come back, we're going to lose it. So, let's go ahead and let's do this.
It's about time we both got serious and had a battle to end all battles. The ultimate final battle.
Alright, shame we had to waste this here. It would have been nice to have that starting out the next turn, but is what it is. So now that we've done that, we've recovered 77% HP. We're going to guard all attacks for the first turn and performs a critical hit for 3 turns from the entry turn. So that guard, you really want to time it right when it's going to be most effective, which obviously here, not really going to be that helpful. We also going to get Ki 7 and attack and defense 200%, plus an additional Ki 2 per Int Ki Sphere or Rainbow Ki Sphere obtained, plus an additional Ki 1 per Type Ki Sphere obtained. We also get an additional attack 150% when performing a super attack. We have a great chance of performing a critical hit if it's an ultra super attack. We also get an additional 59% and performs a critical hit when Ki is 24. We have an additional 77% for defense for 5 turns after receiving or evading an attack. We will reduce damage received by 25%, an additional defense 77, and damage reduction of 25% as the first attacker. So we'll still have 50% damage reduction here, even in this slot here. So it is a shame we are basically giving up our stack on the Super Saiyan 4s, but is what it is, right? So 330k defense, it doesn't seem like a lot, but again, as we're saying, you know, we've got 50% damage reduction and guard this turn. Alright, but next turn, we're going to see that jump in the attack. Look at that, 22 million coming out the gate here. So, right, he's doing some pretty big numbers. It's a shame he doesn't have any built-in additionals or anything. Alright, so now we can go ahead. We're gonna just turn this off for now. We're gonna stand by the other one. Alright, so let's grab that. Let's grab that. And then let's take that. Perfect. Alright, great that the super attack is directed here. We know it, we're protected. We don't have to worry about Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Pan taking it. I don't know how much this guy can do. Probably not a whole lot. He's literally just here to link with the other Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku. 8 million, that's not too bad. At least we're tanking now. Alright, perfect. So, I actually pick up some stuff here. So, we've got 1 million defense this turn. So, now we've 1 million defense with 50% damage reduction, mind you. So, that's actually really, really good. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. And let's just hope we don't end up needing to get hit with Trunks and Gyro. I don't think so. 25 million with that support from Trunks and Gyro. Now, obviously, and that's just 25% support, mind you, right? That's not even the 50% support. There we go. He procs the additional supers. So once again, we couldn't get the supers with the LR Super Saiyan 4s. That's alright. This is his showcase anyways. Very nice. Alright, so let's do... Alright, well, first off, let's do this number and get this guy locked off. So now let's go ahead and stand by. Alright, so since this guy is basically the same as ours, we're going to get a similar effect, right? So we'll get to have the one turn with the GT Duo standby. So let's do this number. Alright, and let's take a look here. So, just like before what we saw, right? So this turn we don't have any defense compared to before. But we do have guard. Now it's going to be really interesting. I want to see what his attack is with this at rainbow status, because this is something we didn't get to see with the showcases that we did back when he released. 27 million, so I mean not that far off the 50% support, and he does have a pretty good link set here with the tech. Nice. Wow. Okay. So we're probably not going to get to the other one to see the B-Pan active, but is what it is. Alright, yeah, these guys are definitely going to kill. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, I mean, we got to see what we wanted to see. I wanted to get either B-Pan active or the GT Duo. Probably was never going to get both. I mean, it just... I've had too many showcases where I try to do just the B-Pan active and get the extra attack, or I try to do the GT Duo to get the extra support, and it doesn't end up working out because, like, they end up in the wrong rotation when I want to use it. So we brought both this turn. We did manage to see Rainbow with the GT Duo passive. It probably would have been slightly stronger if it was the GT Duo passive on the LR Super Saiyan 4 turn, and you could probably juice this guy a little bit more up on like the Z Duo's team by having Bulma in the previous turn, giving him some spots. Now, as far as this team goes, you'll get the same effects in actually next month. We'll have, and I will probably show that off, we'll have the AGL Pan who will support him 50% for 2 turns. So, I mean, he'll be looking even better then when that comes out. I'll be sure to show that when it comes off. But I did want to take a look at this guy while he's still on the banner in case any of you are considering doing some last minute summons for Vegeta or picking this guy up with coins. We did do our video on whether or not you should pick this guy up with coins. I will link it in the description down below. But I really just wanted to revisit this guy. Man, I love this card so much. One of my favorite releases last year. And, you know, I was so disappointed when he ended up shafting us back in November. But we managed to turn around. We got our 55% copy, and now we have a rainbow copy just a few months later. I'm really glad we played the waiting game on this one. It paid off, and we have quite a powerful unit. Again, defensively, the first turn, he can struggle, but as we saw, as he approaches those later turns, right, that build, that 50% defense he's got in slot 1, getting into his standby, he's fine in most of the content. He's gonna struggle with some of the 9th anniversary super attacks, I feel, but the teams he's on still have a lot of mitigation strategies to help deal with that. And who knows, we might be getting more GT buffs this year that have similar guard effects to bring up the GT Heroes team. Who knows? But either way, I definitely think he gets a lot of unneeded hate for what he is. He does his job, he does it well, and I love using this card. So guys, that's it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what do you think of the LR Super Saiyan 4? This is his first return on Global, and was it worth the wait? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.